Standard 12th Business Mathematics, Exercise 4.4, 7th question. If dy by dx plus 2y tan x is equal to sin x, and if y is equal to 0 when x is equal to pi by 3, express y in terms of x. So first we'll have to get the format. To get your format, write dy by dx plus 2 tan x into y will remove outside, that is separately, that is equal to sin x. So now it is in the format of form of dy by dx plus py is equal to q. Now compare these two equations and write your p and q. So we can write where p is equal to, so leave this y and write all the other terms. So we'll have 2 tan x and q is equal to sin x is there. So sin x. The next step is integral of p dx, that is equal to integral 2 tan x dx. So that is equal to 2. Integral of tan x is log secant x. This is the formula for. The formula is integral tan x is equal to log secant x plus c. So this formula you can replace it over there for your integral of tan x. So I have just written log secant x. So the next step is here itself I will just write log secant x. This 2 I will just take to the power. So it is secant square x. So the next step is integrating factor. You will have to find it. That is your IF, that is equal to e power integral of p dx. So that is equal to e power integral of p dx only. We have got it here, log secant square x. So I'll just write everything in the power log secant square x. So wherever e and log is there, it will go. So you can write it as secant square s x as your if. Then the general solution is the formula is y into if is equal to integral of q if dx plus c. So y into if is nothing but a secant square x. So secant square x is equal to integral. Q is here, it is sin x. So sin x. Again if is secant square x dx plus c. So the next is you will have to go for your alteration. So first step what we will have to do is secant square, I will just convert it in the term of cos. Okay. So this y into secant square x will be there as it is. That is equal to integral sin x you keep as it is. And secant square I will write it as 1 by cos square x, because secant x is equal to 1 by cos x we know, into dx plus c. The next alteration is that is equal to integral of this sin x I will keep as it is. We will just split this cos square x as first 1 cos x separately with sin x into 1 by cos x into dx plus c. I'll just repeat it again. Sin x will be there as it is. Denominator you have got cos square x. So we'll just split it up into 2 and write, bring 1 to the denominator of sin x and one more is there as it is 1 by cos x into dx plus c. So now this will become as sin by cos, you know your formula, it is tan x. So sin x by cos x will become tan x into, again 1 by cos is your secant itself. So again get back to your secant x into dx plus c. Why we are bringing this, we can use your formula integral of tan x secant x is equal to secant x. So to get that formula only, if you keep like this, you won't be able to do anything over there. So just split up and try to get your tan x and secant x. So then you can substitute your formula here. Okay. The next line is y into secant square x, that is your left hand side, that is equal to integral of tan x secant x dx, that is your formula is, it will become secant x. Just study your formula. Integral of tan x secant x into dx is equal to secant x plus c. I'll just mark this as equation 1. Next step is, they have given you condition y is equal to 0 when x is equal to pi by 3. So I'll just write here given when x is equal to pi by 3, y is equal to, they have given 0. So just substitute these values in your equation 1 here. So y is 0, so instead of y you can put 0 into secant square x. So it is secant square, in the place of x you will have to substitute pi by 3. That is equal to, here this side it is secant x. So secant pi by 3 plus c. Now you will have to get the values. Here 0 into secant square pi by 3, anyway it becomes 0 because you are going to multiply by 0, so it is 0. Secant pi by 3 you will have to get your value. For that we will go to cos pi by 3. So cos pi by 3 you all know it is cos 60. From the table the value will be 1 by 2. So secant pi by 3 is just the reciprocal of cos is secant, isn't it? So reciprocal of cos is 1 divided by 1 by 2, that is equal to 2. So that is your secant pi by 3 answer. So we'll just write here secant pi by 3 is equal to 2 plus c. Therefore c is equal to minus 2, you'll get your answer. Now substitute this c in your equation 1. So that will be the final answer. So substituting c in equation 1, you will get it as y into secant square x is equal to secant x plus c. Instead of c you can write minus 2 because we have got c only minus 2. So I have just replaced in the place of c, it is minus 2. So your last line is y into secant square x is equal to secant x minus 2. So this will be your answer for your 7th question. 9th question. A bank pays interest by continuous compounding, that is by treating an interest rate as the instantaneous rate of change of principal. A man invests rupees 1 lakh in the bank deposit which acquires interest 8% per year compounding continuously. How much will he get after 10 years? So the question is given for compound interest. So the person is paying 1 lakh and at the interest of 8%, and they have given rate of change of principal with the interest rate it is given. So what you will have to do is, rate of change of principal is normally principal, it is dp, with respect to time only will be taken. So principal will consider with the time. So we will write it as dp by dt is equal to your rate percentage they have given as 8% of your rate it is given. So 8% of your principal. Okay. So dp by dt is equal to 8%, we'll just write it as 8 by 100 into p. So the next line is, bring your p terms towards one side and take your dt towards one side. So we'll have dp divided by p, that is equal to 8 by 100 into this dt. I'll take it towards that side, so it will come to the numerator. So 8 by 100 into dt. So the next step is dp divided by p is equal to 8 by 100, you will get 0.08 into dt. Now this we have done in your before exercises, that is your second exercise 4.2, separating, and then you will have to go to your integral. Okay, so now we have separated, so we will have to go for integrating. So integrating on both sides. So you'll have integral dp divided by p is equal to 0.08 into integral of dt. The next step is we'll have to go for integral. So integral of dp by p is log p that is equal to 0.08 integral of dt will become t plus c. So now you can remove your log from here. So I'll just insert e. It will be there before. If you want, you can use it. So e I'll just insert. So removing your log, p is equal to this e should go that side. So it is e. This 0.08 should go to the power 0.08t. The log format is log a to the base e is equal to b, means if you want to remove your log, a will be there, e should go that side, that is equal to e. This b should go to the power, so it will become e power b. So this is the normal general format of a log, that is removing your log, you can use this format. So now the same format we have used it here. If you want, you can check it. Strike out the log over there, just remove the log. A will be here. So in the place of a we have got p. This e should go that side. We have taken this e that side. So e will come here. Whatever it is here, you will have to raise it to the power of e. So e power b it will come. So here it is e power 0.08t plus c also will go to the power, because the whole thing is here one term. Okay, so 0.08t plus c is there. So that is equal to e power, we know one formula, a power m plus n is equal to a power m into a power n. This you would have studied in your 7th standard or in your 8th standard. Okay, so that formula you can use it here. That is e power, now plus term is there, so you'll have to go for your multiplication. So e power 0.08t into e power c. Clear? So p is equal to e power c, you can write it as c itself because constant only. So constant, take any value according to your sum. So c into e power 0.08t. Now I'll mark this as equation 1. So the next is, they have given you this condition, how much he is depositing is 1 lakh at the beginning of the year. Okay, so now given a man deposits rupees 1 lakh. So 1 lakh he is depositing. So the principal will become 1 lakh. And at the beginning of the year, time will become 0. Clear? So principal is 1 lakh they have given, but beginning of the year the time will become 0, because starting from 0 only we are going to start it. So t is equal to 0. Now substituting these two values in equation 1. So p is equal to 1 lakh. So substitute p is equal to 1 lakh. That is equal to c will be there as it is, e power 0.08 into t we have got. T is here 0. So into 0. So that is 1 lakh is equal to c into e power, this will become 0. E power 0, you all know the value is 1. Anything to the power 0 is value 1. So here c into 1 will come. So I'll just leave it as c. So the value of c is 1 lakh. Next, substituting this c again in your equation. Once we have got c over there. So substituting c in equation 1. So what you will get is p is equal to, instead of c we have got 1 lakh. So just write 1 lakh into e power 0.08t. The next condition is, they've asked you how much will he get after 10 years. So after 10 years we will have to find it. So t will become 10, because 10 years is given. So the time period will become 10 years. So now substitute this t in your equation. I'll just mark this as equation 2 in 2. So if you substitute it here, you'll know how much amount is going to get after 10 years. Okay. So the principal is equal to 1 lakh into e power 0.08 into 10 you'll get, because t is 10. So I'll just put it 10 over there. So that is equal to 1 lakh into e power 0.08 into 10, it will become 0.8. So this 0.8 e power 0.8 value they should have given in your book. If it is not given, I'll just write it here, 2.2255. So this value they should have given it, but they have not given. If you want in the question itself, you can write it here, e power 0.8 is equal to 2.2255. So this value normally they would have given in the question. Okay, here it is not there. So we can just substitute this value. So when you are multiplying 1 lakh into 2.2255. So the answer will be rupees 2,22,550. So this is the amount after 10 years the person will get as a principal. So this is the answer for your 9th question.